With a tongue as sharp as winter and a face as cold as night, sleep lightly, wake us softly, be sped from all delight. We're waking in the darkness, not fearful of the crowd, searching past lovers' endings for an answer to this cloud of smoke, discord and fractures found in present moments past, forgetting all but ravens' raptures. Let's not wish away too fast. Take on beyond borders, beyond forests, river dames, crimson tales, leafy moments, the borders, their flags. Taken from our mothers and flung into cooler climes, taken from first lovers, I'm lost to this dancing chime, burning up with heartache, wishing we were gone today. But listen to the taken, it's all she has to say. You're living proof of purpose, and she's not regretful now. And Nancy Alpha Ritterhead shook morning down for thou. I whisper reckless crescendos. He listened but then forgot. She's spoken for, mostly broken. He did not fret, find the spot. We listen quietly, carefully. The wind answers with her name. He thought she left him long ago, but they were found in vain. Taken beyond borders, beyond forests, river dame, crimson tales, leafy moments, the borders, taken from our mothers and flung into cooler clime, taken from first lovers, I'm lost to this dancing chime, burning up with heartache, wishing we were gone today. But listen to the taken, it's all she had to say. Hello. It's my first time here. Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for coming down on such a windy day. All these like weather warnings. I've been getting messages from friends throughout the day being like, I'm not sure if I can come because of the wind. And it's such a funny message to receive, but I'm really glad I got them. And those friends are here now. I can see you. So that first song was called Taken. I'm going to change the vibe a little bit with the next one. This is called Serafina. I wrote this one a couple of years ago as a way to deal with the end of a friendship, and I was struggling a bit with it, and I'm a songwriter, so I wrote a song about it. And when I used to play this, like in the early days, when I'd like just written it, I used to kind of like introduce it on like quite a somber note, because I'd be like, it was about the end of a friendship. But now I found a way to lighten it. I'm sure you're glad to hear. So now whenever I sing this song, I think of all the amazing women I have in my life who I'm very, very grateful for. So I like to dedicate this one to all my sisters. Thinking of you with beer in my blood, Scrabble jazz and a fez in my soul. Whoa, 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 a fez in my soul. You're like the punctuation I can't place, the song I can't write or sing. You're the puzzle I can solve. The breath of wind and verse, the parts of a symphony that dance and skips, then leap away. The best of the day, the worst of my yesterday. How I regret trusting him, the grave mischief, the bleeding fire, ardent angels, liar. Forgive me, Serafina, for the past. Forgive me, Serafina, for the last. Forgive me, Serafina, for it all. I'd call you again, but you're not. So I'll write songs about you, go to therapy 4 years strong, and I'll dance to face the wrong. Deleting numbers so I can call when I'm down and out. Lonely lows but still strong enough to know the difference between here, there, you and the rough, the tough, and what I could never say. How I regret trusting him, an empath's error lapse, judgmental ardent angel now collapsed. Forgive me, Serafina, for the past. Forgive me, Serafina, for the last. Forgive me, Serafina, for the downcast. I'd call you again, but you're inside. So when I was looking over the set list for tonight, I realised that I can really neatly categorise all of my songs into one of three categories. The first is women in history, women who inspire me, women I've known in my life. The second is activism and causes that most move me. And the third is disappointing men. And that very nicely leads me into the next song, which is the first in this set of songs. There's not loads, don't worry. About disappointing men. And this is also a brand new song, so we've never, ever played this in front of an audience before, so it's like... and at this point, for dramatic effect, I'm going to take off my coat because... so I started writing this song back in September. It's about an ex, and I wrote it with another ex. Ba-dum-bunch. And the ex the song is about... He told me that he didn't like this dress. There's more, wait. He said he didn't like this dress. He said it did not suit me. Last thing, he said that red is not my colour. I know, right? I mean, really, hindsight's a beautiful thing, because now I'm thinking, I should have been this fella right then and there. I mean, I should, shouldn't I? But, like I said, hindsight. And the silver lining of that is, if I had been him then and there, this song would have never been written, because I wouldn't have realised how much of an idiot he was. I needed a bit longer with him to figure that out. So this song is called Conventional Girl. so much for being the first audience to receive that. It feels good to sing it. So this next song is, if we're doing it in the categories, so this next one is an activism one. I wrote this with Eve and Caroline last March now, it was like spring. And it was after reading about the circumstances of the death of a 6-year-old Palestinian girl. So she was killed at the beginning of February last year. And I was reading about the details of how she died. Well, not died, how she was killed. And it really stuck with me. And you know, a number of personal stories that have come out of Gaza of like how specific people have been targeted and killed have been really horrific, but this one in particular really stayed with me. She was only 6 years old. She was trapped in a car in Gaza. She was the sole survivor in her family in this car. All of the other members of her family were dead around her. They'd been fired at, and she was trapped in the car for over 7 hours. And the Palestinian rescue team, they had her on, they were speaking to her, and they were trying to reassure her that help was coming, and you know, they were trying to keep her spirits up because she was a little girl and she was really afraid. And I've listened to recordings a number of times of Hind Rajab in her final moments, and yeah, just the terror in her voice, it's really stayed with me. And Israeli forces told the Palestinian rescue team that, you know, they showed them a safe route to go, and they said, if you go this route, it's fine, you can get us. So they were given permission to save this child. And so the rescue team took the route the Israeli forces, you know, indicated, and the rescue team were deliberately fired at, and those ambulance workers were all killed. And I think one of the reasons this story has stayed with me is because when I read about her, my own daughter was 6 years old. And so when I was reading about it, I could really imagine what a child that age, like what they would be able to compute in that moment, like what they'd be able to understand. And just the fear, and I mean, how can you deal with that sort of trauma when you're a small child, and knowing that, you know, your family members are all gone around you, and the only hope you have is the person on the other end of the phone saying, we're going to come and rescue you, we're going to come and rescue you. But after the ambulance team were gunned down, you know, no one else was coming together. And then Israeli forces then targeted her, this 6-year-old child in this car, and they killed her. And I felt so angry and sad about it, and I still do, and I still wake up thinking about her. And I felt really compelled to write something so that whenever I play gigs and we play this song, I can talk about her and her life, because she did matter, and all the lives that have been taken in Gaza unjustly matter. And even though a ceasefire has been reached now, Palestinian civilians in the West Bank continue to be targeted by Israeli forces. So we need to keep speaking out and boycotting, being vocal about it. This one is called Never Again.
You're crying for your mother. She's gone, she's gone, she's dead. You looked for your brother, he followed her there. Maybe your sister You're weeping for your homeland. She's broken, she's bleeding, she's bare. Your family taken, your spirit shaken. Resist all the splintering cares. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. Never again can they go home. Where is their home? They took their home. Never again can they go home. Where is their home? They took their home. Home, home. Where is their home? They took their home. Where is their home? Where is high, 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 high. Never again can they go home. Where is their home? They took their home. Never again can they go home. Where is their home? They took their home. Never again can they go home. Where is their home? They took their home. Never again can they go home. Where is their home? They took their home.
Borders, a nation divided. Hind in her family car. From Gaza to Congo to Sudan, they're spinning stories like plates. Fast, round, brittle, untrue. Will liberation stand anew? Birds fly freer over Gaza's skies than any man, any woman, any child. No food, no aid, no mercy in the morrow. The babies unlived before they die. Cries of liberation fall flat at the feet of cold men in power. They retrieve their pounded flesh from the bodies of brown children, laid to rest beside wilted flowers. They whisper genocide from the mouths of babes, already lost to the other side. Hein. I can see her. I see her. Can you see her? Can you? Thank you. We're going to lighten the mood up again with one of these, another disappointing man. So this one, I don't know how this intro will land actually, because normally I do it. So all the band are Leeds based, but I live in the middle of Todmorden and Hebden Bridge. And for anyone here who knows either of these places, they're very like small, weird places. I mean, I love it there. Like I choose to live there. But they are weird places, and it's like a really strange small town thing. And one of the things I've learned from living in a small town is that you shouldn't shit where you eat. So don't date people who live in your tiny, tiny town, because when it ends, you'll see them everywhere. Everywhere. You'll be in the co-op, trying to get some frozen garden peas. You'll look up. That disappointing man will be there. You won't be in your most fabulous outfit. You won't be feeling that great, and he'll be there. That is really something that happens because of my girlfriends who live in the same area, and they tell me these stories, and that is my lived experience too. So now I've learned not to shit where I eat. I won't have another one of these song intros again, but thankfully I can keep doing this one for this song. So before I learned that, I did date someone in my tiny town. It was a very intense 2 weeks. That's all the length of time I could stand him. And, you know, we went on like a handful of dates over 2 weeks, and that was it. This part of the story is really relevant, even though it might seem like oversharing in this moment. I think we've gone beyond that now, though, haven't we, really? We didn't have sex. Didn't happen. Didn't want to. We didn't have sex. It ended. I blocked him on everything. I avoid him. I really avoid him. If I see him coming down the street, I'll turn and walk in the opposite direction. Thankfully, I don't see him that much around, just in the co-op when I'm buying peas. But every once in a while since then, because this was a couple of years ago, I'll meet someone in either Hebden or Todd, and, you know, we'll get chatting, and my name comes up, and my name's Rihanna, so it's not the most common name in the world. And they'll go, "Oh, you're..." Okay, for just the story purposes, I'm going to call this man John, but his name's not John. I just don't want to use his actual name. And they'll go, "Oh, you're John's ex, aren't you?" And I'll go, "What?" And I don't want to make all this about sex, because it's not, but I don't know how you can kind of go from 2 weeks, going on a couple of dates, not having sex, to that, like me being his ex-girlfriend. And it really annoys me, because people obviously now think that I've had sex with him. And you might not think it's that big of a deal, but it really pisses me off. It still really pisses me off. And this was a couple of years ago. And so I was like, you know what? I need to write a song about this fucker. So I wrote this, and it's called "Stay Far From Me."
You use my name for personal gain. Your curls unfurl all over the world, and you like to think you're just taking a drink, a sip of my soul, a dash of my class, a piece of my past. No strings attached, no surfing the urge, and no depth. I'd like to know where you go, and we're open, not broken. Think of my fluttering time of amorous notion. Take what you want, but leave my sweet, sweet devotion. I know you're alone when I hear from you, bottle not spoken. So you losing my head, losing all of your emotions. I know you like it mushrooms, entangled my action and said far from me. I promised myself to spend hours sifting through the weeks and months without confexes, and without your man that I go I'll find places of people like stained glass and lines made free falling from the end. The crowd's compulsive closure can't help not being seeing or fleeing this pain. Think of my fluttering tongue as a notion. Take what you want, but leave my sweet, sweet devotion. I know you're alone when I hear from you, bottled, not spoken. So you losing your head, losing all of your emotions. I know you don't respect me. Stay far from me, boy. Stay far from me, child. Stay so fucking far from me. Stay far from me, you. Stay far from me, boy. Stay so far from me. Stay far from me, boy. Stay far from me, child. Stay so fucking far from me. Stay far from me. I said far from me. Far from me. Stay far from me. Far from this place. Stay far from me. I said go, go. Go, 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 flee, flee, flee from this place. Stay far from me, I said go far from me, I said go, 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 go. Stay far from me, far, far from me.
Thank you. Final song. Thanks. It sounds really genuine as well, so thanks. Like when you're at a gig and like a band say, "This is our final song," people like there's nothing. Or it's like get off. So yeah, I like that. So this last one's called Matahari. It's about a woman in history called Matahari. She was a Dutch exotic dancer, courtesan, and she was executed by a firing squad for being a spy. When I was reading about her life, I wanted to write about her. So this is Matahari, and I will take this time to introduce you to the incredible musicians behind me. I'll go through them. So we've got Eve on guitar. At the back, we've got Tarek on drums. Over to my right, we have Abby on cello and bass. And to the far right, we've got Caroline on flute and tenor sax. I'm Mother Sugar. This is our final song.
moderately free, not moderately dead. The moon's got the answer, and the sky is full of thread. Spinning a river out with dusky dappled hues to pray for some ground we send in the blues. Tell me, do you dare to disappoint? Then sing out for change, but beware the everlasting strange. Starry, and all my brothers are misogynists. I'm walking in the thick of it. You, your constant floaty breeze, beatniks dancing in the trees while singing A-cab loud and clear. No chance for momentary fear. Mirrors of iconoclastic measures hold fast, hold true to the past, but our future's in rebel hands who bleed from radical plans to oppress the others and trans. Communities that rise upwards to stomp out colonialist ruptures. Dark and starry, and all my brothers are misogynists. I'm walking in the thick of it. I'm standing in the past, creating sound for you and the last. 2 coffees and 2 cigarettes. For breakfast is also rock and roll. But tell me, are you gagging for the dole? Every month, each day gone for our town. Fork beats pounding down, inhaling coke for the thrill. A squandered, underrated spill. My way's the wrong way, so I'm told. They say be like the rest, don't be bold. The nights are dark and starry, and all my brothers are misogynists. I'm walking in the thick of it. Matahari, the nights are dark and starry. Roving wave should make us all feel darkness and afraid.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. We don't have an encore. Isn't it like really like? Isn't it like quite like bad etiquette as well to have an encore prepared if you're the like the opener? That's what. That's.
Oh no, it's gonna be someone's gonna electrocute him.
I'm going to do the where to find us now. That's all right. So we've actually got gigs lined up this year. So Leeds people, you're all here. So we're playing on Saturday the 15th of February at Crank Studios on Morley High Street. That's a free entry event as well. So get on down. I've never been. Apparently there's a cafe attached. It looks like a really beautiful space. It's very aesthetically appealing. And then we're playing on it's a fully vegan cafe, so for all the vegans. And then on Saturday the 8th of March, which is International Women's Day, we're playing in Manchester at a really wicked event called Empower. And it's an evening drawing attention, giving the spotlight to women ensembles and composers. That'll be a really brilliant evening. And then we're also playing at the end of August at Vegan Camp Out down in Hertfordshire. So they're the upcoming gigs. Social media. Yep, social media. So we've got a Facebook page, which is Mother Sugar Music. The Instagram is Mother Sugar Music, all one word. There's now a SoundCloud. I keep hearing about all these other things I've got to do Spotify, all these extra things I have to do. We're on YouTube, and actually those two last songs that we just played, Stay Far From Me and Matahari, we did a live recording session at Sundown Recording, which was wicked with Sean last summer. So those two videos are out on YouTube. So if you liked either of those songs, you can go and watch them again. I think that's everything. I've gone through everything. Yeah? Thanks so much. You've been a wonderful audience. Absolute pleasure. Mother Sugar Music, please look us up. Are you ready for Fold? You ready for Fold? I think you should make some noise for Fold.